In this video, we envision a health equity future for the city of Port St. Joe in 2050. But how is it possible for an area such as Port St. Joe to identify potential outcomes for the future? Transformative scenarios can be a helpful tool. Transformative scenarios bring together a diverse group of individuals to engage in creating possible outcomes for the future. Through the use of transformative scenarios, 3 outcomes were envisioned by some stakeholders of the health equity system of Port St. Joe: Living Waters, Murky Waters, and Cesspool. This video will explore the Living Waters scenario. To illustrate the variables that contribute to the Port St. Joe Living Waters scenario, we are using the metaphor of water and rivers to paint a picture of a possible future. At first, the streams seem disconnected. However, they are destined to meet. The merging of small streams reshapes the landscape and deposits material, creating vibrant environments, promoting growth. This metaphor can be applied in a socio-economic and cultural way to illustrate the connectivity, power, and influence these factors can have for Port St. Joe. Just as tributaries can only flow through connections to a larger river, community members could gain a wealth of benefits through community efforts to foster interactivity and collectivism. In a living water scenario, new residents would no longer slip through the cracks or be isolated in their own pond, but could be welcomed by a committee that would allow them to create a confluence between people and the larger river of North Port St. Joe, allowing them to have a voice and enact change for the better. If a dam has been built to isolate a waterfall reservoir, the flow of water will eventually stop. In order to revive the waterfall and allow the flow to reach the plunge pool below, the dam must be broken down so that new fresh water can move through it. In a living water scenario, old policy and boards will have been removed to make way for new ideas and new policies for the better of the community to flow. School boards would be refreshed with community members campaigning for education access and quality and putting students first. This would ensure that the people's voices are heard and every student would have an equitable chance to receive a quality education. In a stream where water focuses on the neighborhood and built environment, improved sidewalks, lighting, and legally enforced speed limits can lead to increased water flow, creating access and leading to powerful changes. In another stream of close proximity, water moves in respect to transportation. In this stream, the flow of water shapes the city's transportation to the needs of the residents. This is done through the engagement of city officials to address the concerns of individuals in North Port St. Joe. This stream amplifies the voice of residents, creates increased economic opportunity, as well as promote emergency and hurricane resilient traffic planning through the capability to reroute traffic. These streams in close proximity join together to create meaningful opportunities for the residents of North Port St. Joe by eroding limitations and the depositing of opportunity engagement and resiliency in the entire Port St. Joe community.
In shaping both the physical landscape and the socio-economic environment of the community like North Port St. Joe, waterways play a crucial role. The economy of North Port St. Joe is a key component in the future of the entire city. In this scenario, enterprises and industries reappear and increase employment opportunities for all. Much like the breaking of dams or the restoration of the wetlands can help the city as a whole benefit equally from the increase. The city prospers as a whole when new concepts and industries are invested in for the development of the streams. To ensure that this expansion continues for many years, the city also makes investments in eco-friendly initiatives and smart technologies. All of these modifications work together to dismantle obstacles and open doors, promoting success for all residents of Port St. Joe with the increase in the demand and supply of proper health care. This increase in both demand and supply of proper healthcare services promotes overall well-being and can lead to better health outcomes, economic stability, and a higher quality of life for the community as a whole. Much like our waterways sometimes need a helping hand to flourish, people need such assistance as well. All of the communities of Port St. Joe need quality healthcare that is accessible and dependable to get them back up and running. Economic growth provides opportunities for these communities to build new infrastructure and expand their specialized medical options. Toxic materials leaked into the river will inevitably travel downstream, causing damage and loss down the river until a solution is found. The polluters must be penalized, and the river needs to be restored. New eco-friendly initiatives and smart technologies to stop and prevent this contamination will lead to a healthier waterway that the next generation can enjoy. The citizens of Port St. Joe deserve to be able to leave a healthy, educated, and economically stable legacy. As we can see in the living water scenario, the future of all of Port St. Joe depends on managing the complex interplay of environmental, social, and economic variables. Integration of all the aspects can transform the trajectory of the historically deprived area of North Port St. Joe. Through addressing all of these income disparities, generating employment opportunities, and improving accessibility to housing and transportation, the community may establish a basis of sustained prosperity which will benefit the entire city. A more equitable and dynamic future is achievable, as demonstrated in the living water scenario, but it will require deliberate, ongoing efforts from the entire city and all of the citizens. Addressing socioeconomic inequality is crucial for fostering trust and removing structural hurdles that have previously hampered growth. By promoting cooperation and giving equal access to opportunities and resources top priority, Port St. Joe may become a prosperous and diverse city by 2050, where all citizens, regardless of background or economic level, can prosper.